Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
I felt like if we just waited a minute, my IQ would go up. I'd get so much funnier. I would think of all of these awesome things to say on the show and we could start. But
we just got to flow.
We could start now instead.
Yeah.
We could start now while I'm stupid.
Hit it, Frank. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Motherfucking Topix. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato. Kimmy, I'm so happy to see you. I miss you dearly.
I know. I can't believe I'm sad that we're having a Zoom episode. For those of you that are seeing that we're doing a Zoom episode, don't worry. This is the one we're going to do. And then I'm headed back to New York so we could record a few more in person.
We are going to be together in like momentarily, just about like next week's episode will be in person.
Yep.
Kim, it almost feels like you're living with me again.
I know. Does Harrington miss me?
Harrington does miss you.
Does he?
Yeah, it's funny. It's like Harrington gets really excited for you to come visit, and he's all good energy and really excited that you're here for like the first 3 or 4 days. And then it becomes like way too much for him. So I think he's particularly excited about this trip because he's getting the right amount of you.
I like that. Yeah. I like that. I also like when he gets too much of me. I like him getting like, when it's like too much and we're like having so much fun and he's like annoyed. I don't know. There's something about that I like too.
No, I like it too. And what I like about it is that it's like a very sisterly vibe of like, there's not many people in the world who would be comfortable annoying my boyfriend to the same degree that I'm comfortable annoying my boyfriend. Yeah. And I almost feel like years ago when you were dating Lewis, I almost got a little bit of this too, where I was like, I was his employee, but I got to, your annoyingness would rub off on me and I was allowed to be like a little annoying.
Yep.
Like a man will just put up with his woman's best friend to a certain degree. And I just love the comfort level
it's kind
there.
of the one thing that a man has to let a woman have.
As a friend. Yeah.
The annoying friend.
Yeah, I do love annoying Harrington together, but I don't think we're going to get there until maybe the final day of this trip.
Yeah, I'm excited. We'll see what we could do. We'll see what damage we could cause.
We'll make it happen.
I'm sure we'll figure it out. No problem. We are going on a snow trip, a ski trip. I'm excited.
We're going to a winter wonderland, Kimmy.
We are going where I got to tell you, I haven't snowboarded since I was about 13 years old. Our listeners should know we're going on a ski trip with a bunch of friends. And we've
already had arguments. Are you bringing up the arguments?
Yeah, the arguments of whether we're going skiing or snowboarding has almost torn a group of adults apart.
I mean, literally, like everybody's in their 30s, and we've all like almost gotten physical with each other over whether we're going to ski or snowboard,
which is crazy because you could do whatever you want.
Whatever you want. And like to add some background, like last time Kim was in town was the night of my birthday. And the way that I insisted that we all watch videos of people snowboarding, and I was like talking out loud about how awesome doing that is and how nobody in the room even understood the feeling of going down like a mountain on a snowboard. And everybody was like, neither have you. I was so passionate though about learning how to snowboard, and I have converted to the ski crew. And I think it's the right move because we're only going to be on the mountain for 2 days. And I think it's going to take me a full day to grasp snowboarding.
I think that is a very smart move if you are self-aware. This is the problem. You're self-aware, it would take you a day. I think I'm self-aware enough to know that I could pick it up in maybe an hour or so. Be chilling.
Right. My problem is that Mike Harrington.
Yes. This is where we come into the problem.
Yeah.
Is that both of our awarenesses tell us what we should be doing. And then we have Mike, who is so fun and so great and lacks all self-awareness.
My awareness tells me that he is unaware.
He is unaware of what's going to happen. So what Mike wants to do, so I've made the mistake of building up as snowboarding as for the cool kids and people that are lame that aren't. This is what I've built up. I've been calling, You guys being like, let's snowboard. Snowboarding's so cool. We don't want to be on stupid skis. And then you explained it and I kind of understood. And I was like, okay. But now Mike has
latched on to the
idea,
high school mentality that you put out there.
Yes, that snowboarding is like the cooler thing to do and like the alpha of the two, which it is. I'll say right now it is.
No, sure. I agree with that. But what Mike fails to understand and what you failed to understand while you were pitching snowboarding to us,
yes,
is that after dreaming of snowboarding for like a full year, like being so excited for my first time snowboarding, and then making the adult, mature decision that skiing is going to be the better move for me, to have Harrington, who was planning to ski all along, switch to snowboarding is going to result in the worst fight we've had since we started dating.
Has he gone back to skiing?
I think that he knows that like there's going to be an issue if he snowboards. Like, I think it's going to be, he is going to have to choose between like snowboarding and like sexual activity that weekend at a certain point.
Yeah.
And I think that he's on board at this point.
With not fucking.
No, with skiing.
Okay. Okay. I was like, damn, this man wants to snowboard bad.
No, I refuse. And also, like, I'm so excited for him to come. I convinced him, like, he didn't want to ski or snowboard to begin with. I convinced him to come up on the slopes, that it's going to be so much fun. If after convincing him and getting all the excitement that I'm going to get to share this experience with him, he's a mile behind me on a snowboard that he doesn't know how to ride, I'm not going to be a happy skier.
Do you think you guys are going to get on the skis and like fly straight down the mountain, or will that take some adjusting too?
I would like to hit the bunny slope like 4 or 5 times.
Okay. I think I'll be able to keep up.
I think it would make sense.
I think if skiing is not so easy that you guys hop on and you go and you guys have a little learning curve, I can keep up.
Yeah. I think I'll be pretty good at it. I've only done it like twice last year, but I got pretty good at it in the weekend that I was there. But Mike's never done it before. So there might be like I think we should go down the bunny slope a couple times.
Okay. We should film this. Can Paco come?
Paco is always getting invited to everything because of his talents, and it's annoying.
Well, he shouldn't be so good at being a cameraman then. He's so good at it.
He is a good cameraman.
He's so good. And it would be so good to get footage for Broad Topics.
I'm so embarrassed that I just put this in my mouth backwards and it's on camera, and there's like I could just play it off like it didn't happen, but people, there would have been a YouTube comment being like, did you see Alex try to hit her vape pen backwards?
No, not the vape god messing up.
I was a god. Now look at me.
I was a god. Okay, cool. I think that we could do that. I think we'll be fine. Let me tell you how I was going to buy a little snowsuit, like a quick little snowsuit, order it next day on Amazon. And now I am knuckle deep into snow accessories and like rhinestone glasses. And I'm like, is there even going to be snow for sure?
There's for sure going to be snow.
Okay. Cause I was like, I'm like hundreds of dollars deep now. I look like Euphoria on a mountain.
I'm so jealous because I have pretty basic ski attire. Like I have a cool ski jacket. I bought myself some pink pants that are going to contrast with the jacket a little.
Oh yeah.
I have regular ski goggles. That's it. I'm going to pull my slut strands out, which I learned is what girls call the strands of hair that they make visible on the ski slope.
Oh, you know what I bought?
What?
Face mask.
What?
3-hole ski mask.
A 3-hole ski mask?
Yeah.
For your eyes and mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to get some gator masks for us.
It's the one that you wear when you're like robbing a store.
Oh, you got like a bank robber mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's badass. I like it. I like that for you.
I think it'll look cute with the ski gear.
I feel like you've worn a ski mask off the slopes at some point in your life. I don't know why.
They should sell helmets with a hole right here so you could put your ponytail through it.
I think that defeats the purpose of the helmet.
No.
Like I feel like once there's a hole in the, like a big hole in the helmet, wouldn't it be less sturdy?
I mean, maybe it doesn't distribute like the hit as much. maybe there's something there, but there's holes in helmets already. Yeah, there's holes in helmets already.
I guess
Yeah,
you're
to make them
right.
like aerodynamic and shit, like in baseball and
And
football.
they're also not full balls. So they're half of a ball already.
No, you're right. Maybe that's a great invention. It would be a little bit annoying when you're making the ponytail because you have to make it at the perfect spot to go through the helmet.
How about you have a helmet that has a hole like going like this, and then you have a thing that adjusts that covers up the part so you can pull it out wherever you want to. You know what I'm saying?
Each one of your helmets, each time you redesign this helmet, it seems less safe as a helmet.
Well, it would just be a helmet, right? Ski helmet.
Right. But now it's got moving parts on the inside.
Okay. So no moving parts. Keep the hole is just like is this called an oval? This.
An oval is a circle, but when it's like
Like
smushed.
this.
Yeah.
Yes. So an oval at the top, like right here. Like right here. And then so you can have a ponytail here or up here or here or here. There's just an oval right here.
I mean, I respect it, but it's very clear that your priority on the ski slopes is looking good.
Sure. Why shouldn't you feel like you look good on a ski slope?
No, I get it, but it's
Also,
just
if you're a girl with a lot of hair, then if you're wearing a helmet, your choices are to have it like all bundled up, like all over your fucking neck and shit, or like down and back, like pressing into the back of your neck. That sucks.
no,
Be nice
yeah,
to
they're
have
not
a
great
helmet.
options, but I feel like the few strands that you pull to the front are essential to looking good.
So what do they call them? Snow horse?
Slut strands.
Slut strands.
Yeah, like, well, I have my hair up, but it would be like these hairs.
Wow.
Show me some slut strands, G Mike.
I always hope that he's accidentally sharing a screen by accident and we see some weird shit he's Googling.
Ponytail's too low.
Ponytail is too low there.
There's something about a ponytail that's in like the middle of your head or lower that just speaks pilgrim to me.
It's not a good one. Are there others, G Mike? That's a really bad one. This girl looks like she's on her way to fucking some sort of weird meeting.
It's like, yeah, go on.
Just quick question. Is this mold?
What's in the jar, sister?
Lemon, ginger, cayenne. And then there's like this shit at the bottom of it.
I'll bet it's ginger. Does it mix in when you shake it? Because lemon, ginger, cayenne doesn't sound like a mixture that's going to stay dissolved.
It's just
like
not like moving much.
I don't like the looks of it.
I don't like the look.
If it's not moving around, then that's weird. It should be like in there or not, you know?
Yeah, I'm not going to drink it. Fuck it. Sometimes you risk it, you know? Growing up, you really know the level of wealth you had growing up. If you like I will, if I look at a gallon of milk and I look at the expiration date and it expired on, what's today's date? Today's the 23rd and it says it expired on the 21st, I might still drink it.
I would still drink that too, though, because I think the expiration date is like, I don't think it's real, first of all. I think they just want to sell more milk and they want to get people to throw their milk away. Mm-hmm. But also, I feel like it's like a date that you should buy it by. Like if the date is today, if the date was yesterday and you're at the store looking at it, don't buy it.
Agreed.
But you could still drink it after that day. That's the way I always picture it.
That's how I do too. I've had friends that are like, no, I don't risk it. I'm like, risk what? Just sniff it.
You could smell and taste if it's bad, really, obviously.
Yeah.
What I hate is when sometimes there's a question. Like, have you ever had milk that you're like, is this off? I can't tell.
You know what's funny about that milk? I've had relationships like that. I've had relationships where I'm like, do I like this?
Yes.
Thing might be bad, but not really.
Yes. That was my last relationship. I mean, the way I was at the end of it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's exactly how I felt in a few relationships where I'm like,
are you spoiling? Or
you're like, I'll keep drinking for a little longer. And then by the end of the cup, you're like, no, I'm throwing this out. No.
Yeah, no, I mean, when it comes to milk, yeah, because you want to convince yourself it's okay. You do take that first sip or two, but usually I'll decide that if it's come into question at all, then I shouldn't drink it.
Yes. Yeah.
And you should do that with men too, honestly.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good metaphor. It's so crazy. Like now I get so philosophical, like in my life. Like I'll be watering my plants. And like I was like watering my plants the other day, and there was like this leaf that had just grown in, and it was like kind of turning yellow. And I had been like wanting to pull it out, but I like didn't want to because the plant's so beautiful. I was like, I kind of just don't want to mess with it. And I was like, but I feel like if I pull it, it'll be better because, you know, it could feed the rest of the plants that are actually thriving. And then I pulled it and it grew back so much bigger and greener. And I'm like, man, if you could just write that in a book, you know what I mean? If you could somehow if you could fucking Walt Whitman that.
No, Kim, you're feeling poetic about your plants, is what you're telling me?
It's like life.
Yeah, I guess so. But you like
sometimes you're dying and you just really need to pluck yourself so you can grow bigger.
Okay. I like it.
At your weakest, when you're dying, sometimes you just need to fucking let go. And you come back better.
Okay, wait. I do like philosopher Kim.
That's what they call me. They call me philosopher. They call me Philosophy.
Philosocongdon.
Philosocong. It sounds like a dinosaur.
Dude, sometimes I remember that the dinosaurs were real.
Oh, don't get me started.
If you want to philosophize with me for a minute, sister, those motherfuckers used to
let's Philly if we shall.
Let's Philo then.
Well, fill me up.
Okay, wait. I want to tell you this. I feel like you always have the opposite reaction to shit like this than I do. But okay. I want to tell you a thought that really calmed my anxieties that I didn't even realize I had. But apparently I was having like massive anxieties about global warming, right? About like how humans are like not even global warming, but just like pollution and like the way that humans are destroying the earth. And there's absolutely nothing I could do about it as an individual.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
And I was thinking about the dinosaurs and how if like a meteor didn't hit the earth, the dinosaurs wouldn't necessarily have died. And therefore humans wouldn't necessarily have developed. Right. So we're all here because all of the dinosaurs are dead. So what if like
are we for sure here because the dinosaurs are dead? Or
yes, I mean, with dinosaurs here, it's very unlikely that we would have evolved as humans. What happened to the dinosaurs, like created an entire new path of evolution.
Okay,
basically.
Okay, go on.
So, like, what if the logical conclusion of humankind is that we destroy the planet to a similar degree as that meteor destroyed the planet and it kills all of us, but then like 100 billion years later there's a whole new thing on earth that's like brand new and they find like old relics of our civilization and whatever, and like just the idea that the earth could come back from like a massive catastrophe that kills all the life on it made me feel really good.
I gotta tell you, it's a fucked up thought, but people have brought up climate change, global warming, the world being wiped out. And every once in a while, I do get the first thought in my head goes, it's the way it goes.
I think it's what's supposed to happen. And I think it's actually fine. It's the natural order of things that once, like we're at a weird level of intelligence where we can't help but destroy the thing that keeps us around. So that's just what's going to happen. And we should be we should try to prolong our own life here, but like not too much. It's all fine either way.
Yeah. Fuck our great grandkids.
It's like, yeah, I mean, fuck them.
Truly. Goodbye.
I don't know. It made me feel better.
Dude, I can't. Sometimes I'm just sitting here. And I'm sitting in front of my window right now. I'm looking at Earth. I'm looking at the sky. I'm not looking at Earth. I'm looking at the sky.
I was wondering.
You're like, what? How are you sitting?
So you looking down at the ground?
Are you on a different planet? I'm looking out and I'm like, how, dude? How does this make any fucking, how aren't we all, the thing is, it's so crazy to hear people talking about like Kanye and like, I know I'm getting deep. I know I've been getting deep, but I've been in my own head for like a couple weeks. But like,
That's all right, sister. We're philosophizing now.
We're filling ourselves up. pH. We're filling with a pH. Our minds. Fill me up with a pH. Fill me up. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm just shocked that people aren't chaotically running around trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. On that note, though, some of us are, and I have a prime example.
Me.
It was either last week or the week before. I had some friends over here. It was G Mike and Laura were hanging out. And one of my friends,
G Mike, that's the dude that lost the Big J episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you remember him. So we're hanging out, and my friend from college comes over, and we're very close in college. He's the best. I still love him to death.
Okay.
But we're just like hanging out, shooting the shit, watching YouTube videos. And we come across one of my favorite videos on YouTube that we watched on the night of my birthday. Remember the NASA space jump video that like Red Bull sponsored? This guy does a fucking skydive from outer space.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? That's the second thing that happened. The first thing that happened, my friend brought his girlfriend here, and I asked them how they met because, you know, she was just like super hot, whatever. I was like, how'd you guys meet? And they were like, Flat Earth Convention. And I was like, okay.
But for real?
I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm not going to bring it up again because I have a feeling that a flat Earth person can't wait to talk about flat Earth. So I'm just not going to bring it up.
Or you'd lie about where you met.
But when this NASA space jump video came up, like he was like, I hate to ruin this for you, but that's not real. Like, so over the course of the night, we're like watching the things that trigger them. And we figure out that they don't even think we've been to space.
Right. That's
like,
usually how it goes.
Yeah. Like the video afterward was it was a video of a lady in the International Space Station, and she was in 0G, and her hair was like, she had short hair, but it was like all, you know, zero gravity. And they're sitting there and they're like, but you know, you could like do that with like hairspray or like, the girlfriend was like, or a wig.
Okay. This is my thing. It could be fake. It all could be fake. How do we know anything that's been told to us is real? So while I do believe that the earth is round and that we have been to space, and I do believe in science, I don't fault the people for being like, how do we know? Well, because I've always been the kind of person, like, I remember even being in school when I was younger and we're reading science books, and like, I'm like, I remember in my head being younger and being like, how do we know? And asking that, and they're like, well, we had scientists go out and do research. And I was like, yeah, but how do we know that they went out and did the research? How do we know that we're not just funding things that these people are like, oh yeah, we looked and this is the answer? Because nobody's going to go check.
Sure. But like, I mean, something like one example is like, I don't know, like they could tell you when there's going to be an eclipse or something like that. Like people are obviously
sure they could have real science. You know,
like I'm just saying, I love a good conspiracy, but having a very dear friend of mine,
they could tell you. I'm just playing devil's advocate again. I believe the earth is round. I don't believe in most of these things, but they could tell you there's going to be an eclipse, or the technology could be so advanced they could tell you there's going to be an eclipse that they created.
Sure. I mean, I love a good conspiracy, and like my friend actually listens to our show sometimes. And if you're listening, it's like, I truly still love you from the bottom of my heart, but it is shocking to me that you have become a flat earther. Only because it's like, and this person also knows that I love conspiracies. It's just like, I don't feel like I'm being lied to that degree. Like, it's like, you know how many people have been to space like that would need to be lying? You know how many people have like I don't know. It's just
You know how
too many people would have to be in on it. It just doesn't make any sense. And that's where I was like,
but even when you say that, now I'm turning into a flat earther in this.
you sound like it. I'm like, what's happening to you?
Because even when you say that, I'm like, I know so many people on so many levels that lie about everything. Look at politics.
Sure, but one person would be whistleblowing. Like, hey,
it's your friend. There are. But there are people
to go to space.
But there are people that have like worked in places that have came out and now are flat earthers and believe that. There are people out of the masses that maybe just believe that, or just, believe the same facts everyone else is. But you can't say that doesn't exist either.
No, sure. And that's why my flat earth friend is always invited to my home, and I'll cook dinner. We could talk about it, I guess. But like, damn, like the world is just so confusing. Philosophize.
Fill us up. Well, fill me up.
I can't. And the worst part was that none of us had the energy. Like, out of the three of us, none of us had the energy to talk flat earth. Like, we didn't want to back up our opinions on the earth being round. I just didn't have like I was like smoking weed and just didn't have the energy for it. Well, but I would love to have that conversation at some point with a real flat earther.
I do believe in video cameras, and I do believe that we've seen like pulled a video camera and the earth does curve. Like, you see the shape like on camera.
I know, but he was saying that it was like a fisheye lens. Please. He had an answer to everything. All of them. All of them. Hey, to that, on his side, I say maybe it is. Maybe they replace all the maybe the earth is true, but why would they hide that? My question is, why wouldn't they just tell? Why is the big secret the shape? Exactly. That's my question. I have so many questions that I didn't have the energy to ask, and I'm almost annoyed that I didn't.
I want to know why would it be a secret? So then we can talk from there. If is there motive?
That's what would be the motive of hiding the true shape of the earth?
Because I do see motive in hiding other things, advanced.
Yeah, but what kind of like what does the truth? What would the truth do to us if we knew that the world was flat?
Why would we say we've been to the moon when we haven't?
How come nobody's pulled a Truman Show and gone to the edge if they believe in it so much that there's an edge of the earth?
That's a great, if earth was flat, there would be an edge.
Yeah. Why wouldn't all these flat earthers who believe it so much sail out to the edge of it?
Right. Because you can travel the world.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You should. Yeah. I think that if you're a flat earther and you really want to know, go check it out. Let me know what you think.
Like, don't fall off the side, dude. Be really careful when you get to that edge, dude.
I want to know where they think the edge is.
I want to know what they think is on the other side of this.
I want to know
disc.
where, like, what's the shape of the earth?
Are you finding a flat earth map? I can't. Looks so stupid.
I believe that they believe that there's an ice wall at the end, as you can see in this image. And they think the earth is just like surrounded by ice at the edge.
Okay, so that's their excuse. They're like, oh, when we get to the North or South Pole, we're there. We're at the wall. We just can't get past the
Last
ice.
year they had the flat earth cruise. I don't know if you remember that, where they were going to travel to the ice wall. I don't know whatever ended up happening with that, but they wanted to take a cruise ship and go to the ice wall.
Can you see if you can find what happened with that? I would love.
What's crazy is that on that cruise ship, they definitely used a real map of the real round earth to get to where they were going.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
They would have had to, right? You can't just go by some fake ass fucking flat map that you made.
They should have gone by their own map. That would have been hilarious. They ended up on some cannibal island.
Or like their ship is in trouble and they can't fucking tell them latitude and longitude of where they are because it's all different when it's flat.
You're like, I'm in the Alabama of the Pacific. Does that
We're near the Great Wall?
Listen, imagine if you had a real map and you squished it. I'm there. The fourth quadrant on the bottom to the left. Squish your map, please.
Yeah, I can't. Nobody knows anything. It's fine. The Earth's going to come to an end.
Hey, what I say to your friend who's listening, thank you for supporting us. I support your theory. I say, go try it out. Let me know how it goes. I would love to know. I always welcome a theory. And the thought that there are so many conspiracy theories, but the thought that there are probably a lot of them that are true or edge on the truth does keep me up at night. Like there are.
Yes,
they're not all conspiracies. There's no way.
No, there's not. And also
things. And then, but because there are so many other conspiracies, it like hides in it. And that fucks me up.
Also, on the off chance that my friend is just pretending to be flat earth to land that hot girlfriend, touche. That would be so cool and awesome.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm going to fuck a flat earth bitch. She'll believe anything I say.
They're stupid. I'll go to a flat earth convention. I'll meet some dumb bitch.
Oh, man.
No, she was very sweet.
That's hilarious.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what to say, Kimmy. Nobody knows what's happening.
Are there any conspiracy theories that you've ever thought were true?
Yeah, I full on think the Mandela effect is real. I think that I hate saying my conspiracy theories out loud because it makes you sound like a nut. But I think that the Hadron Collider or whatever you call it.
People already think we're mentally unwell.
Bro, I think that they fired that shit off and they launched us to like a alternate universe that's very close to where we used to be. And in our old universe, the fucking Kit Kat bar had a little hyphen between Kit and Kat. But here it didn't. And little things like that changed. And I don't know what the point of it is, but I believe that it's real and really changing.
In my universe, Chick-fil-A was CHIC.
Chick-fil-A. I used to joke around with my friends about it. We'd go Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At the Gaylord Operaland Hotel and Convention Center in Nashville, where I had my first Chick-fil-A in like the mid 2000s, like late 2000s, maybe. For sure, it was CHIC.
I'll never forget one of the worst Mandela effects we've had together. Miss Lily.
Miss Lily's moved.
Miss Lily moved
down the block.
Okay, this is something that I don't understand. Okay, there's two things that have happened to me that I don't understand. Two things ever. The first is Miss Lily's, this Jamaican restaurant in the East Village
that we love. We go all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's we go all the time. It is. I would always walk to it. I remember I would avoid, it's my favorite restaurant, but I would avoid going when I was busy because I was 3 blocks away from where I was. And it's like, I was like, I don't want to go.
Or like if it's cold, you don't want to walk, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that day we decided to brave it and go out there, and it was 1 block away out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, but we had been like at least 10 times before.
Mm-hmm.
5 or 10 times, I think, before that. And it was always 3 blocks away. I remember it was so far away, it was past that light.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was.
Past the park like area.
It was like down like at right least there. Toward the north side of the park.
Yes. It was like right there, right on that corner where that park was. And it just wasn't one day. And it was 1 block away. And I asked, and I remember, I don't think I even brought it up to you. I think I was thinking that I was crazy. And I think I heard you out loud say, I could have sworn this was a few more blocks away.
Yeah.
And I was like, me too. And you're like, wasn't it like 3 or 4 blocks away? And I was like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were like, wasn't it over here? And I was like, yes.
Yes.
And then we asked and they were like, it's never moved.
Yeah. So we agree. We at least agree on our conspiracy that like some Mandela effects are real. That like there's like things used to be different and they are now. It's not just people misremembering.
I don't think it's crazy that some things would shift in our reality.
Right? I really believe it.
Yeah, I think that there are little like irks, like little glitches. Yeah.
And I still think, and that's a crazy conspiracy theory to think. And I still think it's like only 25% of believing that the world is flat. It's so much less crazy than thinking the world's flat.
I know. I don't know. Because if you believe in that, then you believe in the simulation. And then you're like, maybe the world is flat to them. Maybe in their reality, the world is flat. And they're like trying to tell you their reality because nothing's real.
Right, because we're all here, but like maybe we're not all experiencing the same.
Exactly, and the whole point of it is to just agree.
We could be like like fucking
we can move
Sims.
on.
Yeah.
So move on to the next level of whatever the fuck it is.
Damn. We should have been philosophers.
We should have been filled up years ago, dude.
Your version of this is so horny. I love it. We should have been filled up and fucked.
No, it's not filled up like dirty. You're such a whore.
I know. Filled up like a guy named Phil, Phil.
It's filled. Like we're getting like philosophied up.
No,
Filled
I get
up.
it.
Why do you think something else?
I don't know, because I'm just such a little dirty whore.
So yeah. I mean, and the other thing that happened that was weird as fuck was there's this beach. It's my favorite beach in LA. I go to it all the time. I think, have I brought you there?
El Matador.
Yeah.
We had a day there where we felt like we were on a different planet, on a different plane of existence.
Was it you that I was trying to take through the thing and it was different?
Yeah, it was me and you. I took a tiny
about this on the podcast.
Yeah, I took a tiny nibble of toy that day. We also saw that weird witch girl who showed up again 100 miles away the next day.
Yes. Yeah.
We saw the same girl twice. We even went up to her. We were like, "You were at the beach yesterday." And she was like,
dude, yes. Yeah, she was like, yes, so what? I'm like,
yeah, she's a bitch.
We see you 6 hours away, and we were at the same beach yesterday, 6 hours away. And she was like, and I was like, all right, bye.
I swear she was there for our souls. She just didn't catch them.
She was a creature following us. I had to call her out to get rid of her.
Yeah, there's weird shit going on all over the place, man. Don't invite any spirits into your home. Don't.
Hell no. She was trying to hang. She was pissed that we caught her. She was pissed that I noticed.
That's so weird. That was weird. We've had a lot of weird things though. We get we get such strange synchronicities all the time, like especially when we're together.
The fact that I've never gotten an answer to the beach thing. And the fact that me and Sarah both look through our videos and we have pictures and videos from that day, but both of our videos from inside the cave are gone. How? Because the video, I literally posted it on Instagram. I can't find it. If you're listening to this and you commented on that story, you remember me posting this, or maybe it was a live. I think it might have been a live. Me and Sarah went live. The cave was so huge. We went live calling it the MTV Cribs house. We were like, welcome to our crib. We were filming and Sarah had her arms in the air and she's going, this is my living room. And we were like skipping. I remember I was doing cartwheels in it. Like there was just sand.
Dude,
and
I had
a huge cave. And then it had this beautiful view.
I had so much fun with you at the beach that day. Like it was the best day ever, but I also all day could not shake the feeling of like, this beach is weird.
Yeah.
It was weird that day. I don't know how to put it. Like it was
no. It's weird every time I go.
It was like the energy. It's like there's a portal there or something.
Yes, dude. Yes. I think that beach is truly magic. One time me and Emily went there and they were doing, if you walk to the left, there's like houses on the beach. Remember, like the really pretty houses that you
told me this story while we were there. I remember.
And the one time me and Emily went, they were doing construction on the front balcony of the houses that is closest to the water on the beach, like right on the water. So they had awnings almost over the ocean. So to walk past the houses, you had to go under the awnings, but the water was like running on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
It was like pretty cool. But when you walked in, it started making this like, sounded like, it was okay because the beach is like covered that part of the beach, not the rest of the beach. Just for some reason, right under those houses was all pebbles instead of sand. So there was like no sand and it was all really smooth pebbles we were walking on. So when the water would like come up, it would sound like really, really pretty and like bubbly. Like you could hear like all the things. But when the water would like pull out into the ocean because of the awnings, it sounded like 1,000 lions roaring in our ear. It was like, whoa. And I remember like when it first happened and we were under it, we looked at each other and we were both like, I felt like truly never in my life have I felt like a little boy. Like I felt like a 6-year-old boy where I was like, whoa, that was so crazy. That was so crazy.
Fuck
and
yeah.
like that happens at that beach all the time. How?
No, I feel that. I feel that there is like some fucked up weird energy there. Not necessarily bad, but like something to like a different place. I don't know what to say.
It's a vortex to another place.
Yeah, for
Every
sure.
time I go there, I feel like I've been there for more than one day.
Yeah.
We've spent like 3 days there in my head.
We went there for an afternoon. It was like 4 or 5 hours. And the way that we did 1,200 things, and I was tripping a little bit that day, but you were not at all. So there's like really no excuse for us both to feel the vortex.
There's something up with that beach.
I want to go back.
Me too.
Let's go next time.
We need to figure it out. It's the mystery of El Matador.
Yeah.
What's up with that beach? What's up with Miss Lily's? I've heard there's also weird vortexes in Lake Sedona, Arizona. They say it's so strong, the energy is so strong in Sedona that the trees twist, like naturally twist because of the vortex.
Hell yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And that's how you know where places are really strong, because the branches start twisting naturally.
Also, like people, I feel like weird people love Sedona. Mm-hmm. It's like a very hippie like destination.
Yeah.
I'm down. I want to do so much more traveling. I had the best time of my life in Jamaica. Now I just want to travel all the time.
I want to travel more too. I'm ready to travel. I need to go. The only place I've been out of the country is Jamaica. So I'm ready to I want to go see like a bunch of Europe. I want to go to Africa.
I want to go to Hawaii with you.
Hawaii. I want to go to Thailand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Bali.
Yeah. I had a friend tell me last night, they're like, no matter how much you're working and how much money you're making, they're like, if you hit your 40s and you haven't traveled, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. But also, yeah, traveling is the best way to spend. It's the best use of your money. I agree.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make that a priority.
Well, lucky for me, you'll be traveling to my neck of the woods tomorrow.
Yay! I'm so excited. All right, well, let's finish up this podcast. I'm gonna start packing, and we can get it popping.
Hell yeah. You could follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar, and check out Stick and Portly podcast with me and Mike Harrington reviewing episodes of Rick and Morty every Monday right after Legion of Skanks, only on gasdigitalnetwork.com/live. If you love Gas Digital, if you love the show, if you're interested in watching the catalog of like thousands of hours of episodes that we've got, head to gasdigitalnetwork.com and use promo code Topix, TOPIX. You'll get a free trial. It helps us out. You could download every single episode and delete your fucking account if you want to. Just go get the content. It's great.
Hell yeah. I love that. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/QueenKong1. Check out my other podcast called This Bitch with Sarah Weinshank. It's super funny. Also, I'll had already gone to Connecticut, right? By the time this comes out. Yeah.
Well, no, it's going to air live, like for people watching live.
Okay, so I am at Comics Roadhouse in Connecticut, the February 24th through 26th, and then March 4th through 5th, I will be in Austin, Texas, at the in Austin, Texas.
Cool. Yeah.
Check out my Instagram for show dates. I'm killing the plugs today. I'm tired. All right, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.